currency. I'm joined by David Bloom, Global Head of Currency Strategy at HSBC. Hi, David. Good morning.
Hi. Good morning to you.
Is the euro going to move today on those IMF, ECB reports?
Usually the IMF report is read by absolutely everybody, and it's often a bit stale by the time it comes out. So unless there's, I don't think they'll light the blue touch paper, the IMF report.
How are you feeling right now, David, about the euro? I mean, it's been quite a week, hasn't it, with talk of Greece leaving the euro, re-adopting the
listen, we've heard about Greece leaving. We heard about Greece leaving the euro every single day for the last year. It's getting a bit tired, that one. It's not leaving the euro's not breaking up. What I find remarkable is some strategists who are forecasting the euro breaking up a year ago are now forecasting it to be 150. So that should tell you a lot, A, about my profession, and B, about that Greece is not leaving the euro.
So what do we expect then from policymakers in Greece? I mean, how soon before Greece maybe gets some aid, gets some extension of maturities, or, you know, get some sort of package to help it along its way?
Look, it's not a pretty situation, let's face it, with Greece, with Ireland, with Portugal. If it moved on to Spain, my view would change completely. But at the moment, I'm feeling pretty buoyed up because we've been looking for a little bit of a dollar bounce this year, and so far I've been beaten up every single day. So I've had 7 good days this year. The rest have been pretty poor.
So from here on in, where's the euro going, David, both medium and long term?
Well, I think if we talk the short term, I think the dollar selling is overextended, and we've seen this in commodities. We've seen this in silver, for example. The market gets overextended and you get pullbacks. And I think we will get a pullback and the dollar will rally over the short term. But as you say, over the longer, medium term, I'm much more worried about the fiscal situation in the US, and I'm much more worried about the dollar than I am any other currency. So, but there's a little bit of fight left in that old dog.
Just elaborate on those concerns, your fiscal concerns in the US,
well,
David.
In August, we've got the debt ceiling coming up, 1.4 trillion. The reason they put it there in the first place is to stop debt from rising. So to raise the debt ceiling every time you hit the debt, you know, it loses its raison d'etre. Plus, there could be quite a nasty little argument about it coming into a presidential election where nobody's going to put a big fiscal retrenchment on the table before that. So the first time the US can really tackle the fiscal situation is 2013, and they ain't going to grow themselves out of this one.
They're not going to lose their credit rating, are they?
No, I don't think they'll lose their credit rating, but you'll hear fear stories with the debt ceiling and nonsense stories that, you know, they'll default, which won't be true, but it won't stop the market from getting nervous and selling the dollar. But it could be a very nasty little situation that we get later this year.
What about sterling, David? We had the governor of the Bank of England talking yesterday. Inflation's going to top out at 5% before coming back in 2 years. Does that make sterling attractive to you?
No. I can't get excited about sterling.
Why not?
Well, I don't think they're going to be raising interest rates. The fiscal retrenchment is just about to come through. The political situation's a little bit iffy, shall we say, and I don't like it at all. I don't think this economy is doing well at all, and I think people keep downgrading growth every single time. And after the last inflation report, everyone was telling me they'd raise rates in May, except our economists. They didn't. Yesterday, sterling went shooting up on the inflation report, went crashing lower. It's not a great currency for the moment. I think the dollar's got a bit of fight left in it, and it'll smack sterling.
So what's your favourite pick out there at the moment, David, globally? What currency should we be throwing our money into right now?
Well, I wouldn't say throwing it because we don't have very much of it. So I'd say the Swiss franc, to me, everyone will think, oh, it's overvalued. But once the Japanese intervened in the yen, the risk-off currency became the Swiss franc. It's a much smaller, illiquid currency compared to the yen. When we do have some kind of setback in markets, in equities, and these things happen, everybody will be rushing for safety. Gold has lost its luster as a safe haven. I think the yen has lost its luster as a safe haven because of the intervention. So everyone will be running through the door into the Swiss franc, and I think it'll strengthen much more than you ever thought possible.
David, thanks. Always a pleasure. David Bloom there, Global Head of Currency Strategy at HSBC. Put your money in the Swiss franc.